Well, hello guys, this is Sneaky Snake here today, and today I'm gonna rank every single Nintendo Switch 2 game that came out this year, and this is really exciting, especially since it's been a big year for Nintendo with the Switch 2 just coming out. So I'm gonna go ahead and rank up every single game that came out this year, and some of them I gotta say were amazing, and then others were really bad. So first we're gonna start out with our first game, and this is gonna be an E tier, which is last, and this is going to be Dragon Drive. Now, I was actually quite excited for this game when it first came out because the idea and concept of it kind of looked cool with using the Joy-Con mouse controls, but when I first played it, I saw there were definitely tons of many flaws with this game. The mouse mode was not very comfortable at all, I'm going to be honest. I also had a big problem when trying to push them back and forth. Sometimes the mouse sensor just wouldn't register that it was moving forward, or sometimes I just turn instead of going straight. And honestly, the gameplay was not very fun. You'd play maybe 2 rounds and it'd just get bored because there wasn't much to do. And I'm gonna be honest, it also didn't have anything at all that wanted me to keep playing, and especially since they're charging $20, which doesn't seem a lot, they definitely though just do not give you enough for what they're charging at all. Then I'm also gonna go ahead and take a look at the Metacritic score. It got a 60 on Metacritic, and definitely is not really good because it got a 4.9 by users, which I can definitely see why, and this is also definitely how I felt about this game. It is definitely not really good at all. So we'll go ahead and put it here in E tier. Now next we have the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. This one was also kind of terrible. I mean, I honestly had a better time with this than Dragon Drive, which is surprising because I did find some points kind of interesting, about learning some parts of your console, and there was actually some parts that I actually generally didn't know about and I thought were pretty cool. But overall, it charged $10, which yeah, it's not a lot, but it's just this is just a straight up rob. It's not at all very good, and I just rather not even play it. I played maybe 2 hours of this game, and I highly doubt I'd ever come back to it. And if we take a look at its Metacritic score, we can definitely see where this shows it's definitely not liked a lot. It had a 3.7 by users and then a 54 by critics, so yeah, you can definitely tell this was not a great game at all. And it also stinks. I think this was supposed to be some sort of demo game for the Switch 2. I almost wish they made it free, kind of like how the PlayStation 5 has Astro's Playroom, which is actually a pretty decent full-on game that comes with the PS5 for free. I just wish Nintendo could have done that instead. So I'll go ahead and put this thing down in E tier where it belongs. Now next we have the Super Mario Party Jamboree Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Now this I actually was kind of excited for because a lot of the mouse mini games look kind of fun, and then I played it. It was definitely not great at all either, which kind of stinks. There's a lot of games that are not great on this list, but I mean, the mouse mini games, the mouse mode is just not very great, I'm gonna be honest. And the other mini games and modes were just not really good either. It's just really wacky, and the way they sorted it were also just really weird. You had to play it. In order to play the new mini games, you had to go to a completely separate mode instead of the normal mode. I just thought it was really weird. And then they also charged $20 for this, and what I just think is stupid is that this almost feels like something that's free, it should have been in a free update. I mean, literally with $20, you could buy a full-on game like Hollow Knight, which is just way better than this. So anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just put this in D tier. It was just not great at all. Now next we have Pokemon Legends ZA. Believe it or not, I've not actually really ever gotten into Pokemon, so I never played this game, so don't get mad at me if I place this in a lower spot, but I'm just gonna take this from what people thought about it. I mean, just looking on Metacritic, it got a 78 by critics, which it's okay, that's pretty good, but then by users, it definitely got 4.7. From what I heard, the story isn't too great, but the combat is pretty fun. This bothers me a lot still, even though it's not a big thing, is just the graphics look like it was from 20 years ago, which I know it's a Switch 1 game, but I wish the Switch 2 edition of it actually looked kind of better. But anyways, I think for this video, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it at C rank. Even though I've never played it, I'd still want to put it on this list. Now next we have Donkey Kong Bonanza, and this is definitely by far one of the best games I played, maybe not even just this year, but like within the past couple of years. This game was absolutely amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and already put it at S tier because that's definitely where it belongs. I mean, the gameplay was just amazing and the art style is so good. It's just probably one of the best 3D platformers I ever played. What I can definitely tell about the game is how it was made by the same team that did Super Mario Odyssey, which was also one of my favorite games. I definitely felt a lot of that inside of this game, so it definitely brought me back like some nostalgia. So it was definitely a great game, and we can definitely see that on its Metacritic score, as it got a 91 by critics and then a 90 by users, so we can definitely see this was definitely a great game. It's no surprise it even made it up to the Game Awards. So yeah, definitely an S tier is perfect for this game. Now next we have Kirby Air Riders. I recently got this game, so I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about it, but overall I think it's pretty good. It's definitely not as great as I feel like it would be as Mario Kart, even though I also would say it's not something I generally compare to Mario Kart. If you have already played the game before, then you'd probably understand the drifting and a lot of other mechanics is definitely very different from Mario Kart, but the game is overall very good. I mean, the racing is amazing and City Trial is also really fun. I feel like it definitely offers a lot that Mario Kart doesn't, but it is pretty good. But at the end of the day, I still think I'd favor Mario Kart just a little bit more. Even though Mario Kart World does indeed have a lot of flaws, I think this game deserves probably a B tier is great for it. And also with Kirby Air Riders, if you look at its Metacritic score, it has a 79 by critics, which I thought was a bit low for this game, and by its user score, it got an 8.8. This is probably what I felt around this game is an 8.8. I thought it was great, but there are definitely some things I felt were a little off about it, but it was overall really good. Now, next, we do indeed have Kirby in the Forgotten Land, the Switch 2 edition of it. I've actually never played this. I did actually think I played a little bit of it when I went to my friend's house once. It was definitely really short because we beat it in like, I don't know, like 2 hours or something. I'm mainly going to be basing off this of what other people have said. It got a 83 by critics on Metacritic and 85 by users, which I think is actually pretty good for this game. And I do know Kirby in the Forgotten Land is a really great 3D platformer, so I'll also probably go ahead and put this B tier with Kirby Air Riders. Next, I'm just going to be ranking both of these as pretty much the same thing. We have Tears of the Kingdom, the Switch 2 edition of it, and the Switch 2 edition of Breath of the Wild. Now, at first, I didn't really tell much of a difference, and if you watch this, like, gameplay from this on YouTube or something, I can definitely know it's kind of hard to tell, but when you have it on, like, your Switch 1 and then have it right next to your Switch 2, you can definitely tell there's a major difference, mainly the frame rate, and especially the HDR is really good, and it really shows up on this edition. So I think this will indeed be A tier for me. It was just really good, and I did indeed play through both of the games again just to get the full experience of it. Now next we have Mario Kart World, and believe it or not, I had a great time with this game, but it's still definitely the most controversial game Nintendo has ever released, mainly because of like the open world stuff and its big price tag. If we go ahead and look at its Metacritic score, it got an 86 by critics, which is honestly really good, and then by its user score, it got a 69, which is probably the lowest, really low for a Nintendo game, and I think that's also the lowest for a Mario Kart game. But I mean, honestly, I feel like I'd put this game at like a 9 out of 10 or a 90. I had a great time with it. The overall racing and like the new mechanics like rail riding and wall jumping were amazing. I definitely see how a lot of people did not like this game because of like the open world mode and stuff was definitely a big letdown. Because there were like missions and stuff, but they just didn't really feel like they had any point to doing it. And then all the intermissions were extremely boring. I didn't mind them too much because I did play Knockout Tour a lot. I did love that mode, but I definitely see how for the normal races a lot of people hated the intermissions, and I agree with that. It did let down the game a lot. But I think I still had a great time with it, playing with my friends. That's why I think on this list I'll probably actually put it at an A tier. I mean, this is also like the first Mario Kart we got within like, I don't know, 10 years or something, so it's definitely really big when it came out. Alright, next we have Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. When they first announced this game, I was really shocked because especially when they wanted big games to come out with the Switch 2, this is not really what I expected, but I was really happy because I did love the Age of Calamity Hyrule Warriors, which was actually the first Hyrule Warriors I played, and I really enjoyed it. And I was actually excited for this one, and I mean, it's a great game. It's not like it's super big like the mainline Zelda games, but I still had a really good time with it. The story is definitely amazing. There were some gameplay features I thought were a little weird, but overall is really good. And especially the fighting, the combat overall was a lot better than Age of Calamity. So I think this definitely deserves a B tier on our chart. Not like the biggest thing ever, but still really good. Now next we have Metroid Prime 4, and I have a lot to say about this game, and there's also another crazy thing I want to say. I've never actually played a Metroid game before, so this is kind of crazy. I have played a little bit of Metroid Dread before, but I never beat it, but other than that, I really have no experience with any Metroid game. So I don't know any of the story or the lore or what to expect from this game. That's why I'm going to be honest, I probably had low expectations from this game. And that's why when I played it, I thought it was amazing. I know a lot of people did not like the game as much as they thought. Like if we go to Metacritic and see, it got a 78 by critics and an 82 by players. I still think this is way too low from what I've played. I thought the game was at least a 9 out of 10, and it was really good. Like, so far I've gotten 4 of the 5 keys, and I've almost gotten all of the green energy. I've also scanned a lot of things. I think I've gotten a good amount of the items, but yeah, I think it's really amazing. I can see how a lot of people are let down by the open world area, because there is basically not much to do. But I actually still found some interest in it, and I've never played any of the old Metroid games because I have seen people say that it's not a lot like those games. I don't really know what those games were like, but I find this game to be really good. I think it overall is a great game, and I think I want to put it in A tier, but I think I'm honestly going to put it in S tier with Donkey Kong Bonanza, which a lot of people might say is too high, but that's just what I felt about this game. I thought it was really good. But yeah, this is my entire list of what I thought all the Nintendo Switch 2 games from this year were. I can't wait till next year to rank all the Switch 2 games that come out this year. Hopefully there's more exciting games that are going to be announced, because it doesn't look like there's that many exciting games for next year. Please let me know what you guys thought and what you'd change, because this is just based off of my opinion. But anyways, that will indeed be it for today, guys. Please like and subscribe because it'll help out a ton. And anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.